welcome to another episode of Honduras Corruption Profiles, hosted by me, Joseph Ramirez. In this video, I'm going to dedicate it to talking about Honduras Congressman Fredy Najera, who is a longtime drug trafficker and criminal who was a congressman in Honduras from 2006 to 2018 and is now in jail in the United States. So in this video, we're going to talk a lot about Fredy Najera and a lot of other associates of his in Honduras Corruption Profiles. So let's begin our discussion on Fredy Najera. Fredy Najera was born in Honduras in 1977 and is from Olanacho, Honduras. He was elected to Congress back in 2006 at the age of 29, and he was a congressman from 2006 until 2018. According to U.S. federal prosecutors, Fredy Najera began drug trafficking by 2008. So according to the Justice Department, Fredy Najera took part in killing a Honduran general. Back in 2009, the general in charge of narcotics operations in Honduras, named General Julian Gonzalez, was assassinated by a gunman on a motorcycle in December 2009. General Julian Gonzalez was investigating corruption within the police and in politics. And that's why they had to take him out of the picture, sadly. Fredy Najera, along with drug traffickers Sergio, Naftali Mejia Duarte, and Leonel Mardiaga, apparently paid the police of Honduras a $300,000 bribe to kill General Julian Gonzalez. And he was killed in December 2009, shot to death by a gunman on a motorcycle, and it was believed that that was a police officer who did that. So also in his list of crimes listed by the Justice Department, Najera began working with the Sinaloa cartel of Mexico in 2012. So from 2012 to 2018, he was working with El Chapo Guzman's Sinaloa cartel. And Najera was a middleman, and apparently he helped transport cocaine coming from Colombia, destined to Honduras, to Mexico, to the United States. Fredy Najera owns ranches in Olanacho, Honduras, and he was letting helicopters who were smuggling the drugs land at his ranches in Honduras for a transit point. The court filing from the Justice Department states that Fredy Najera received multi-hundred kilogram shipments of cocaine from Colombia to Honduras. Also, Fredy Najera worked with the Sinaloa cartel of Mexico to provide them connections to use the port in Honduras, Puerto Cortez, for trafficking cocaine. Also, it is said by the Justice Department that in the year 2013, Fredy Najera took $1 million from the Sinaloa cartel to donate to politician Yanni Rosenthal. When Yanni Rosenthal was trying to run for president of Honduras in 2013, he received about $1 million in drug money from Fredy Najera, from the Sinaloa cartel. Yanni Rosenthal himself ended up serving a 3-year prison sentence in the United States for money laundering. Yanni Rosenthal was in jail in the United States from 2017 to 2020 and was released from prison in 2020, and he's now trying to run for president again in Honduras in 2021. Eventually, Fredy Najera was indicted and accused by the U.S. Justice Department in early 2018, and then he ended up surrendering himself to the United States in March 2018, and he turned himself in and came to the United States, and he pled guilty in U.S. court to the crimes he has been accused of. In the U.S. Justice Department press release, Fredy Najera pled guilty to 1 count of importing cocaine into the United States and 1 count of possessing machine guns. He could possibly serve 30 to 40 years in prison in the United States. Also, in Fredy Najera's criminal history, he also worked with Fabio Lobo, the son of former Honduras President Porfirio Lobo Sosa, in introducing him to the Sinaloa cartel back in 2012. Fabio Lobo himself is in jail in the United States, and I made another video about him last year. Fabio Lobo pled guilty in U.S. court back in 2016 and has been serving a 24-year sentence in the United States since 2017. Some of the drug traffickers that worked with Fredy Najera, like Naftali Duarte, are now serving a life sentence in the United States. So now Fredy Najera himself is supposed to be finally sentenced in 2021. His sentencing had been delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. But he will be serving a very long time in prison, especially since he pled guilty to these crimes. And this man was a major figure in Honduras government corruption, in cocaine trafficking and narco politics, working with the police in Honduras, helping bring other politicians in on this conspiracy, bringing in more drug traffickers to work with politicians in Honduras. And it really shows that the corruption problem in Honduras is entrenched, and the government, they enjoy it. They wallow in this corruption. So after watching this video, it's really appalling, once again, what's happening in Honduras. The government of Honduras is so corrupt. Everything, the police, the security forces, and it only makes the migration problem worse. That's why Honduras continues to be such a violent, destabilized country. And the immigration problem we keep seeing is really bad, and the U.S. government continues to just want to keep supporting the government of Honduras and trying to turn a blind eye to all of the corruption, except the Justice Department. They are no longer turning a blind eye to this corruption. As we see, these migrant caravans continuing from Honduras try to come to the U.S., the Biden and Harris administration continue to back the horrible government of Honduras. U.S. Southern Command continues to try to be friendly with the Honduran government as well. U.S. Southern Command has no interest in admitting there's anything wrong happening in Honduras. They're very desperate in trying to convince Congress that we can trust the Honduran military. So some upcoming videos to look forward to I'll be making is an interview with one of the associate pastors at my church, Pastor Jared Blue, who went on a mission trip to Honduras with his dad back in 2001. So that'll be a really good video of he sharing his testimony of going to Honduras to help build a gymnasium and seeing the reality that the Honduran people live with, and talking about what he's learned since, and offering a pastor's perspective on a lot of the problems happening in Honduras and solutions. So that's going to be a really good interview. So look forward to that.